Because I know there are many people who want to share this show and share the show with people who are not initiated in the past several years of politics. Here is an article from Politico in January of 2017 from Ken Vogel and David Stern. Ukrainian efforts to sabotage Trump backfire. Ukrainian government officials tried to help Hillary Clinton and undermine Trump by publicly questioning his fitness for office. They also disseminated documents implicating a top Trump aide in corruption and suggested they were investigating the matter, only to back away after the election. And they helped Clinton allies research damaging information on Trump and his advisors, a Politico investigation found. They never retracted this.
This is damning evidence.
This is a story that came out right after the election, that is still there, that has never been retracted. But yes, Politico and every other outlet came out. My favorite moment, shout out David Pakman, when he did a segment about Meet the Press, asking Ted Cruz, do you think Ukraine meddled in the election? And Ted's like, it was reported by Politico and like NBC. And then a guy in the background starts laughing. So like, it's super unprofessional. And Pakman is like, wow, they're laughing at him. And I'm like, David, did you Google the story? They don't do it. They live in crackpot fake news reality where I can at least say this. Maybe Ukraine did not meddle in the election. Maybe. But Politico's reported both they did and they didn't. So you tell me what's true.
I bet they all did. At this point, it's a global game, and the United States is the leader. So everyone's involved that possibly can.
Yeah, but it's good if there's global meddling to help the Democrats. It's only bad if it helps the Republicans. I mean, that's their perspective, like, honestly.
One thing that irks me about what you just said, Tim, is that you said, did they Google it? And we're talking about censorship and who controls the gateway of what you can see. It's Google. Yeah. So, like, did you Google it? Does it even matter if Google can decide what's going to be on the Google search results? I don't like using Google as a verb. Yeah. Think of it as a company that has a search algorithm that is very hidden from view. I use Brave as my search.
Well, the fact is that people don't do the barest amount of research before they talk about anything, including this. So someone like David Pakman can just be like, oh my gosh, they're laughing at him. That must mean it's crazy, right? No, it's actually not. And if you looked into it, you'd know it. It's like one of the first things you see.
To wrap up what I was saying, Trump will say something, whether it's true or not, people may or may not believe it. They're afraid that the cultists will believe him at face value, and that's dangerous. So they try and suppress it. But I think also that there's like, Trump wasn't part of the liberal economic order. He didn't want American military supremacy all over the earth, and they didn't like that. So now they're going far beyond like, hey, this guy's dangerously corrupting people too. This guy's impeding our agenda. So let's make sure that we smash him in the press. That's the vibe I'm getting from it. And I'm tired of it. So we're building decentralized free software, which will be AGPL, where you can run your own network and have your own server and interact with other people using the software, try and bypass this stuff. I'm still concerned with Verizon having ISPs and things like that. We got to figure out a way to like use decentralized tech like Nostr, Nostr, stuff like that, where we don't need an internet to interact with each other. It's all meshed web stuff.
Look at this, Politico. Ukraine. When Russian disinformation met a Trump obsession, the Kremlin may have been laying the groundwork for blaming Ukraine for 2016 as early as 2015.
Oh my gosh.
What, are you crazy? 3 weeks after Election Day 2016, the Kremlin officially floated a theory that would ultimately lead to only the third presidential impeachment in U.S. history. Ukraine seriously complicated the work of Trump's election by planting information aimed at damaging his campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, a spokesman for Russia's foreign ministry, told reporters on November 30th, 2016, accusing the Ukrainian government of scheming to help elect Hillary Clinton.
This is the Euromaidan.
Just fascinating. Just so fascinating that Politico reported that Politico was Russian disinformation. Okay, so look, I'll say this. Maybe it is. Maybe Politico really is Russian disinformation.
Maybe.
Good job, Politico. Why did you not retract the initial article then? If you're going to publish a story claiming it was Russian disinformation that Ukraine meddled, retract your own story and apologize. You are fake news. Fake news.